It's just what he said is, it doesn't make sense for me.
When I say it, do you understand it? Or?
Yeah, I understand. But
Okay.
he's just talking about too much superficial political issues. He doesn't understand geopolitical issues.
No, I think he understands quite well.
But why he's talking about popular people is going to handling for the democracy in Middle East. It's kind of people, Arabic people, they cannot handle it. It's impossible. He's talking about, it's Arab people, Islamic people, they cannot do that in history. Why he's talking about
No,
that?
actually, you have to see that in its time frame, right? So what we saw already that in Tunisia they did it, and they still successfully actually uphold democracy over there.
Yeah, okay, just even if we're thinking about Egypt, it's Mubarak, if she's going to be more democracy country, it's ridiculous. That country has never experienced democracy before. This is ridiculous. He's just going changing from the authoritarian to democracy.
Well, I think Egypt. I mean, there are all kinds of ugly things may come out of that because, like, the Muslim Brotherhood is not exactly a Boy Scout group. It's a kind of.
This everybody knows that Morsi he just 30, 40 years he just spread all over Egypt. They try to make an effort to get the political situation in the past. So that he got his position because of he penetrating in the country. Everybody knows that. How come he's talking about supporting for Morsi? I can't believe that. Why he's talking about that?
Well, because he believes that it's better than Mubarak.
No kidding.
Well, there we disagree. There we disagree. I mean,
why he supported Morsi?
Because he thinks he's better than Mubarak, and he believes that Morsi has the popular vote. What he doesn't believe is that any Western intervention would be beneficial for Egypt. Well,
okay, this is a Muslim Brotherhood, a terrible organization.
Yes.
In Middle East, everybody knows that. How come he supported Morsi?
Because it's the reality. Basically, it's a terror organization. For whom?
They're supporting jihadists.
Yes, but for whom? That's a problem for us. Not for the people there who live there. I mean, basically, we are very, very single-mindedly.
Okay, I don't support Mubarak, but I don't support Morsi more than that. So getting worse and worse.
For us.
Okay, Western involvement. Here is a terrible woman to try to involve in Libya and any other country, but he just intentionally working with CIA. And get into turmoil. I understand. But what he said is okay. Mubarak is bad, but now is supporting Morsi. But that is not, I can't understand. Behind what he's thinking in his thought behind the scene. If he studied history of Egypt,
of course he studies history.
If so, how come
he's very deeply knowledgeable about
why
it.
He's just supporting for Muslim Brotherhood?
Because
no. My question. Why he is supporting Muslim Brotherhood? This is my simple question.
Because the majority of the people of Egypt are in support of Muslim Brotherhood. They want to get away from Mubarak.
Why? Do you know why? Just Muslim Brotherhood is penetrating in Egypt 30, 40, 50 years.
Yes.
And into farmers.
Supported by whom?
No. Just kind of
supported by Saudi Arabia, sure?
No.
Yes.
No. Their organization is penetrating into the people by people.
Yes.
Like Christianity.
Yes.
Moving around village.
Exactly.
40, 50 years.
Exactly.
But they are inventing a bad idea for the people. But people is teased by Muslim brothers. They just voted to Morsi. This is not democracy. This is get one vote, right?
No,
this
sorry.
Is not
I disagree.
This is not supported by.
I disagree.
Hatoyama is going to be the president, prime minister in Japan, right? The similar situation.
Yeah, okay, but I mean, basically, we can say we want to have a third party, but there is no third party.
I tell you. After Morsi got prime minister, president or prime minister, president.
President.
And then people recognize, this is wrong.
Yes.
right?
Yes.
But of course wrong, because Morsi approach is completely different for democracy.
Right.
They told not lie. They told like a kind of sort of religion, right? My religion is the best in the world,
Right.
but not best in the world actually.
No,
right?
I mean, but basically, what do you want to do then? Of course, when forget about what their agenda, forget about what they want with the world, forget about how that influences the rest of the world. Think about really what the people over there want. They have the choice between either Mubarak or the Muslim Brotherhood. Now they know what Mubarak stands for. Mubarak stands for Western influence, suppression, status quo. Basically, it means a standstill, and that's fine. But most people say, okay, now we want to have something different. So the only different option that they have is the Muslim Brotherhood. Is that a good option? I agree with you. It's not a good option. However, this is the only option that they have. So we can say, yeah, we want to have a third candidate. There is no third candidate. So first they need to get rid of Mubarak. Then Morsi takes over, and they realize it's not a good option anyway. However, they needed to get rid of Mubarak first.
This is what I do not understand. If he's politician, okay, true politician, and he studied history and never kind of judgment I'm going to make. Maybe he is going to the position of some looks like me, superficial decision he just made. And he supported the Morsi, and he told that I'm a friend of Morsi. Oh my God!
I don't think he was a friend of Morsi. He was there was a before Morsi who got overthrown. That Sisi or Sisi. He was friend of Sisi and of
no, he didn't tell about Sisi.
No, Sisi. He was friend of Sisi, and there was another.
He told Sisi?
Yes, not Morsi. He's not a friend of Morsi.
No. Just use that misunderstanding. Morsi.
No, I think
He's a friend of Morsi. Oh my God,
Lack of historical grasp. There was never anything called Lebanon. Lebanon never existed. And my address was the world at war. I am in support of Arab revolution and what turned out to be a mercifully short period of open agitation calling for the overthrow of Mubarak, and was then able to return to Cairo in triumph upon the overthrow of the dictator Mubarak. You appear not to know that President Morsi in Egypt is a close friend of mine, and he defeated in the election an even closer friend of mine, Dr. Abdel Fattah, the leader of one of the trends of the Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt, whilst President Morsi is the representative of the prevailing trend in the Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt. So don't recognize the Arab Spring, the Arab revolutions, but it's the first time I mention it because the title of my address was The World at War. I am in support of Arab revolution from Marrakesh to Bahrain. There you go. I want to see the downfall of every ruler with the exception of my friend Sheikh Rashid Ghanouchi, who has been elected as the leader in Tunisia. From Marrakesh to Bahrain. Are you in favor of the downfall of all these dictatorships? In which case, you and I are comrades.
No, he's not.
In which case, you and
But he is just not like a British.
Scottish.
Not British. Too much sentimental.
Scottish.
But not kind
No,
of
no,
British.
but British, when they're debating, they
like a similar to Australian, like this. Do you know that?
Australians are also like a former British,
But this is different. By the way, okay, this is okay. Next week I'm expecting following video, right?
Right.
But,
3 videos.
3 videos, but I can't agree what he said.
No, well, actually, no. I think actually you need to take one step away.
I tell you, I spent a lot of time for North Africa.
Oh. Yeah. No, I know. But Uno-san, I think that you are making a judgment on the contents of the party. So you say, how can he be in support of that kind of party? No, the point is basically what he's trying to do, and I think that is intellectually, from an intellectual point of view, this is correct. So he's not trying to make a judgment of what this party stands for. What he says, okay, basically, if we abstract from that, we see that we have this dictator and we have this popular movement, and this dictator is holding on to power against popular will. Now, are we in favor of democracy? Then we should actually, if we are in favor of democracy, we should accept the consequences of that. That means that if democracy will bring people to power that we may not like because we don't like their ideas, we cannot say, okay, then let's not make it democracy. If this is what democracy wants, we can only support them, and I think that is a valid argument.
I understand what you mean, but we need to discuss about Libya. The same. Okay, Gaddafi is bad.
Yes.
So what?
But it's not democracy, de show.
But those people, if they do know the democracy, okay, we're going switching from authoritarian to democracy, that country is going to good. This kind of belief is too much short. Yes, this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but basically, if we, so that's the point. I think that in a lot of African countries,
that's right.
Too early.
That's right.
To
That's right.
Democracy. Yeah. So it would have been a very bad idea.
That's right.
If Uganda would have immediately switched to democracy, it would
exactly.
not
The
be
colonialism to democracy.
Right.
No, too much shortcutted, right?
Yes.
This Egypt and Libya is the same.
Right. So basically, that means that you are against this idea of democracy in those countries.
Not against. And American, European people thinking approach is always okay.
Yeah, but
we penetrate democracy. Always they are talking about democracy. Just wait a minute. Too early to implement embedding democracy.
That's what they're telling. They're telling us that they are implementing democracy, but what they're doing is they're keeping the likes of Mubarak and Gaddafi and all those terrible rulers. They put them there in the first place.
Wait a minute. I don't think they are terrible leaders.
Oh, next week more.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. They're not
That's
terrible
right.
leaders. They're terrible leaders.
Not terrible. But this is next week issue. We need to talk about that reason
Nice
why.
conclusion.
Not that reason why I can't understand what you mean. Okay.